Yes, people, my first ever vlog. We're on the way to Geneva. So yeah, come with me. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know the purpose of this trip, but I'm sure it's gonna be good. So come with me and see what happens. Right, so we're in Geneva, but slight issue. I have no idea how to turn on my data roaming. So I'm literally blind right now. I've got no data whatsoever. And think I'm on the right bus, so fingers crossed we make it to the hotel. And yeah, if you're seeing this video, we made it. So we made it, thank God. That was such a long journey. We literally went through what felt like all the mountains and valleys and country roads, but finally got here. As you can tell, I'm absolutely exhausted, but yeah, this hotel isn't too bad at all, to be honest. It's a 3-star, got everything you'd need. I was hoping it's right by the lake. I was hoping to have a window on the lake, but let me see if you can see this. You won't be able to see it, but the lake is literally right there. I was hoping to be on the other side of the building, but this will do. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for a stroll. Gonna walk around. I'm too tired to like be getting back on buses and stuff, so I'm just gonna go for a little walk, see what's happening, and plan tomorrow. I'm thinking zoo, maybe something like that, something simple, and yeah, just relax. I need it. So it took some time to get here, but it was worth it for this. So one message I'll get across, and it's something that's been on my mind a lot lately, is that everything you need is actually free. It's either within you, meaning you can control your own thoughts, you can control your own body, or it's just outside of you, right in front of your face like this. The water, the air, that's all you need. Nature, you just can't beat it, can you? So if you're going through a hard time, literally just get outside. Even if you ain't got views like this, I don't have views like this normally, but even if you just have a little bit of grass, just put your feet on the grass, ground, and just reconnect with what's free. I can't lie, I don't know whether it's the weather or my hay fever or what, but I'm absolutely exhausted. I asked the restaurant at the hotel what time they open, thinking it would be like 30 minutes from now. The time's 5, and I thought it's got to be like 5:30. And she was like, "Oh, it opens at 7." I'm like, there's no chance I'm going to make it. So luckily, when I was walking earlier, I found this like Swiss KFC place. It looks terrible, but I just couldn't wait until 7. I'll be fast asleep. But we've got a view at least. We're literally right by where the lake is, so yeah, it's not too bad. I can still take in the views, and also it ain't gonna cost me like 50 quid, which is what the hotel would have cost. This cost me like, let me check how much it cost actually. It's not come up. I think it was like 15, something like that. It's not too bad. um but yeah, I'm not paying 50 quid today. I'm too tired. I won't enjoy it. I'll save that for tomorrow. um yeah, hopefully we get up to some things tonight, but I doubt it. Just mad because everyone speaks French here, right? It's so lucky that I've got, well, we've all got it, but on the iPhone, you've got like the translate app. Makes a massive difference because some woman just come over to me then speaking French, and I literally couldn't work it out. One, I'm too tired to even try and understand. But two, it like when they're speaking in like their normal pace, like they think you're French, like it's so hard to understand. Like when they slow it down, you could sort of pick up on the words, but when they just go la 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 la, you're like, what are you on about? But yeah, on the app, like you literally can just click translate, put the phone to their mouth, they speak normally, and it tells you what they're saying, which is getting me very far today, as I've needed it quite a few times. So yeah, blessing. Bonjour. Oh mate, it's tricky. It is so cold. It is so cold. It's not too bad, but it is still freezing cold. Woo. I've just spent the past hour having Aperol spritz and trying to understand the French, and they're so hard to understand, but I wish I paid more attention in school, as I could understand a few words but still couldn't get it all. But now I'm speaking like this because I've been speaking to them in French and trying to translate. And also I've had too many Aperol Spritz. Cold water is going to help a lot. Okay, yeah, that's helped a lot. Whew. Being in the sun and drinking, it can literally knock the life out of me. But this cold water's definitely helped. But now I don't know whether I'm speaking English or French. My brain, after literally an hour of just sitting there listening, it can't work out like what language I'm actually speaking now. Because I'm like half trying to translate it as I'm talking. But yeah, this is nice, man. So that's where we was just sitting and drinking and eating, and you've got the whole lake, which is massive. On the map it looks big, but it doesn't look as big as it actually is. It looks like you could probably walk half of it, but you definitely cannot. So yeah, it's a lot. But where it's a lake as well, it's so clean. Like, I can literally see the floor. Right, I'm going to swim back and swap this out for my phone. I've got a waterproof pouch, so I'm going to swap it for my phone. And yeah, send some videos to everyone on my phone. And hopefully this isn't water damage by the time I get back. Mate, I honestly don't have a clue. These trains are double decker. How does that work? God knows. We'll soon find out. This ain't bad, you know. Beats a London train. Do you know what? That was so handy. I was just walking, I could not, on Google Maps, the icons for the train I was on before and the train I'm on now were like completely different. So I wasn't sure whether it was a bus or a train, and there's no like signs on these trains as like on the side either. So I was literally walking around the station like a headless chicken, and as I was walking past, these two people outside spoke perfect English, and I was like, oh man, what a touch. So I asked them where I need to go, and it turns out it's literally the train that I was standing right next to. So yeah, made it so much easier. Otherwise I would have missed this, and God knows when the next train is. So yeah, it's always nice when you get those little touches like that, because they're the first English speaking people, fluent English speaking people, sorry, that I've heard this whole time. So yeah, what a blessing. But yeah, on the train home, not long left. Yes people, it's Tuesday morning, and after literally 10 hours in the sun and a load of Aperol Spritz, the last thing I needed was a train full of French school kids. But that's exactly what I got for about 40 minutes, literally just screaming in my ear. But it's okay, it's what I get. But anyways, today's going to be a good day. I'm just walking now. Not really sure what I'm going to do, just have a look around. I think there's a cathedral and stuff. But look at this. Decent. So we made it. I'm so out of breath. I just walked up the steepest hill. But hopefully it's open. I'll have a look inside and see what's going on. But whew, I'm out of breath. So it was closed off, but I've just opened the door up. I think I'm supposed to be in there. I think I'm allowed. But it's eerily quiet. Have a look at this. It's so peaceful. So you see that up there? Where is it? Just there. Don't know if this camera will pick it up, but there's a thing called cymatics. So if you Google cymatics, CYMATICS, yeah. If you Google that, my theory is that the churches and cathedrals that had those symbols at the top, which are basically like certain higher frequencies, what's the right way, like solidified into a shape. So if you had a bowl of water and you played a certain frequency through it, it would make a shape like you just saw there, and each frequency has its own shape. If you haven't heard of like the mushroom experiment, sorry, not the mushroom experiment, so there's like the rice experiment, but also like the ice experiment as well, where the way you speak to the ice, the water or the rice actually determines how it ages, how it molds, but also with the ice and water, how it solidifies as well. So yeah, interesting. I think the cathedrals and churches probably use that cymatic with the big organ inside that you just seen, and they'd blast that organ or whatever they'd have inside, which would obviously vibrate around the whole building, and that would bounce off that cymatic symbol at the top. And my theory is that it would reflect back whatever frequency is shown in that shape. So yeah, interesting. But check it out, cymatics. It's a great piece of evidence for frequency and making sure you're using the right words and on the right vibe. So yeah, check it out. Also, before I forget, if you Google Tartaria as well, Tartaria, there's a theory that we were like way more advanced back then, which is why there's so many like huge buildings like this. And the theory is, yeah, that basically we're so advanced that we had all these buildings and massive columns and understood frequencies and cymatics and stuff like that. And at some point we lost it, and a lot of the buildings were destroyed, and a lot of these buildings had massive bells at the top as well, like all the church bells. And the theory is they got rid of those because it was altering the frequency of the people that run the world. So conspiracy theory, but it's becoming more and more true. But you can see just how advanced everything was, like how did they make these, you know, when they've apparently had like chisel and stuff, and they've got such delicate architecture. I'm just in the museum, and I don't know why, but these Egyptian things always freak me out, to think whether these were real or not. The fact that they had statues and stuff of them, it's just a bit creepy. Especially the size of this. And I think this is Sekhmet. Just looking at it freaks me out, I don't know why. Yeah, Sekhmet, which was like the lion goddess, I think. But it's just freaky. Yeah, just to think that back then they would have had loads of these, and they all would have known who it represented, or weirdly who it was. But it looks like she's holding like the ankh, and it's just been sort of rubbed away, look. Creepy. Talking of creepy, what the hell is this? Well, I've actually never seen any drawing or anything like that where it's like a real looking person from the Egyptian time. But look at this. How weird is that? It would help if I spoke any French, because I can't understand what the signs are. Like, how weird is it though? Like, what technology and equipment did they have to make all of this stuff? It's just bizarre. Like, what was it? Were they gods or? Were they like real things, or were they just like metaphors for things? Either way, it's creepy. And this, I don't think it's going to say it here, but this looks exactly, if you Google the Anunnaki, this looks exactly like some of the drawings of them as well. They have those like really wide eyes. So the Anunnaki normally, like, they're depicted like massive stuff, but some of the drawings I've seen, they've got like really weird alien eyes, and it makes you wonder, right? It's weird because this is probably how the gods or God views us. He's probably just looking down, like, can just see everything at once. Creepy. I don't know why I'm so creeped out in places like this. Especially with the Anunnaki stuff, I just feel like it reminds me of something. Yeah, you know what I said about the eyes? I just don't think it's like a bad attempt at drawing. I just feel like they were like depicting what they actually saw. Because look at these eyes, if you can see that. Like alien eyes, and then the same as this. They're just all very like weird looking eyes. And considering how good the rest of like the depictions and drawings are, you wonder why they would like not get the eyes spot on. These just look so strong. Like you can imagine them back then. Just absolute beasts. Like this. You can imagine with all the wars and stuff they were having, and they probably were so much stronger back then because they didn't eat all the crap that we get today. But you can tell just by their faces, look how bloody, look at them. Just strong men, which is probably what we all could be if we didn't eat what we was given. But I won't get into that on this channel, but it makes you wonder, right? Like, look how strong we was and look how skinny and weak we all are now. Be honest, if you found one of these coins in the ground, would you tell the museum or would you keep it? I'd keep it 100%. Do you know what? I take it back. Maybe they were just rubbish at drawing eyes, because look at these. They look like something off an Art Attack. Like everything's so good apart from the face, they just completely ruined it. I mean, just look at how big everything was back then. Like you can imagine all their buildings were this big. We've definitely gone back in terms of our sort of knowledge. I like art like that, like biblical art. It's nice. Don't know if you can see that, but that's creepy as hell. I was just about to say I'd love a massive painting like that in my house one day, and then I just clocked what's on there. Let me show you. It's creeping me out even walking past it. See if you can see this. If you can't see it, it's the like devils at the top there, and then like loads of dead animals. Pigs, rabbits, deer. Yeah. But it makes you wonder though, like how and why they painted these things, right? Like, did they ever see those type of bloody demon things, or? Yeah, it's creepy. It's also crazy to think, like, no matter who you are, how rich you are, what you've done in life, you all, as mad as it sounds, you all end up there, right? Like, what happened to this poor guy to be squished down like that? And then that's it. Life's over. And who knows whether you get a second chance. I believe that you do, actually. I do believe that the soul just continues, but yeah, scary thought. So I decided that because I was so far south, I was like pretty close to the zoo, the closest I'll ever be today or tomorrow. So I thought, you know what, let me go into the zoo. But as you can tell, it's like the most sketchiest route ever. There's like no signs at all. It just said zoo like over this way, but there was like 3 different routes to get that way, and none of them were like direct or obvious, so fingers crossed. But Honestly, I have no idea where this is heading. I'm hoping by the time I get up these stairs there'll be signs, but yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see. So this is mad, yeah. I've just walked up to the zoo thinking it was like a normal zoo. You get your ticket and go round, and I just noticed like people just walking in and out, and I was like, surely not. It's completely free. You literally just walk up, and I think, let's give it a go. Oh, you just walk in, which feels so weird. And we're in. So Switzerland is definitely one of the best countries. It's just so simple, efficient. Look at this. Like, imagine your kids growing up in Switzerland. They'd have so much access to the like beautiful weather, the sun, the grass, the lakes, the mountains, like all that fresh air, fresh springs, and then all this is also free as well. Plus, unlike London, you don't have to worry. I've literally been walking around with my phone out, not even really looking at all. Oh, look at this lizard. Yeah, unlike London where like I literally have to like walk into the corner of the train station to pull out my phone just because I'm so worried about it getting nicked, you know. But here it's so peaceful. Like this area I've come to is like a little less fancy than where I was up in Versoix, but it's still, compared to London, you just feel the safeness, you know. I mean, you don't get things like this in London, do you? Almost. Honestly, I can just feel my whole nervous system just resetting. Compared to London, I know I go on about it, but in London everything just feels so jittery and yeah, it feels so weird. It feels like it's all under like a spell of some sort. But here it just feels so chilled. Size of those fish. Jesus Christ. I tell you what though, you realise you're not as hungry as you think when you look at every menu and it's like starting from £30 for the tiniest thing. You're like, oh, you know what, I'm not that hungry, I'll save it for later. So I'm just building up my appetite by doing loads of walking. So when I do inevitably pay about 50 quid for some lunch, then at least you can say it was worth it, right? Like I can afford it, but I'm still not stupid, you know. I come from pretty much nothing, so I know what things should be worth and what things definitely aren't, and a lot of it around here with the food just isn't worth however much they're charging. But it's part of the thing, right? You're paying extra on the food. I know it sounds stupid, but you're actually getting more from the whole place in itself, you know. Like, it's a lot safer than London. Like, all the travel, I've got that free travel card here. So yes, the food is expensive, but you're saving on so much. Like, at least you're not going to go out and get bloody mugged, you know. I'd rather my food be a bit more expensive and actually have a place where I can feel safe. Oh, I've missed my turning. I couldn't remember how I come in. I knew roughly the way, but there was a few twists and turns and I can't remember the way I come up. And now I'm trying to find the exit, but I'm so hungry now. You know, all of a sudden it just hits you, my legs feel heavy, I'm so tired and hungry. But we'll get out of here. I'm just debating whether to eat in here or whether to go back to where I am in Versoix. Because there was literally one restaurant option, so we'll see. But yeah, but no, definitely not this area. This area is a little bit more sketchy than where I just was about a few minutes ago. But it's still lovely, but you could tell it's slightly different, you know. And like it sounds mad, unless I'm just like not reading everything right. There's not many options to eat. Like when you look on Google Maps, like they're just like little tiny shops and stuff. Like it doesn't look like there's many actual, like, you know, in England we have like Nando's and just a lot more, like, I don't know how to explain it. Here it just seems like someone's like little tiny little news agents that sell a few sandwiches, which I don't really want. But yeah, I'll keep looking and hopefully I can find my way out of here. So this is the final day, just going to go to CERN to see, I think it's called the Hadron Collider. It's the thing that people say cause all like the glitches in the Matrix and stuff. So yeah, be interested to see that. But tomorrow we're straight back to work. When I get back to the UK, we're off to Salisbury for a Trinity Flow experience, which is yin yoga, sound reiki, and then somatic breathwork hosted by myself as well. So it's a mix of 3 very powerful modalities, and it's a perfect way to shift your energy. So I'll bring you with me to that as well, just because I know I didn't get up to much on this particular trip, as it was just more of a rest. So I'll take you with me tomorrow and I'll just continue this really. I know some people won't be interested, but then some people just find it interesting to see what someone gets up to in the wellness space and being a founder and stuff like that, because there's so many different things that happen behind the scenes that I just take for granted. And yeah, I know other people would like to sort of see and just get an idea of what a wellness founder, if you put it that way, actually gets up to. So yeah, come with me, I'll take you to CERN, and then tomorrow we're straight into the Salisbury event, and then I'll close it off there, ready for the next chapter. I don't want to leave. I was on my way to leave, so I thought, let me come down to the port, and yeah, I just don't want to leave. I'm trying to like envision whether I could live here or not, you know, like I'm trying to just watch how everyone gets about, even like little things like the parking situation and stuff. Like, is it better off getting a moped like that? It's probably easier, right? Because it looks a little, it's pretty easy to park, but still it's a little bit quite small everywhere you go. But yeah, this is a place I could definitely stay forever really. I wonder at what point it would get boring, because like none of the shops, even the restaurants, they don't look that appetizing, to be honest. But maybe I just haven't looked at the right places. But yeah, definitely grateful. And talking of gratitude, I just did a video there, I've just about to put up my Instagram, about being grateful. And I honestly think after years of studying the mind and body, I think gratitude is probably the biggest thing you could focus on. But if you're grateful, it means that you're happy with almost everything, or at least appreciative of everything, right? You don't have to necessarily be happy for it, but grateful for the lessons you got, even from the most horrible situation. You can still have gratitude for it, even if you're not happy for it. And by doing that, I believe you're sort of taking in life, the life you were given, you're taking in every experience. And the more you do that, the more you're given extra experiences in a good way, you know? So yeah, gratitude is definitely the key. And loads of science in it. If you Google it, I'll put it up on my Instagram as well. But like, it improves sleep quality by over 20%, improves your health by over 20%, like in certain studies. So yeah, definitely gratitude is the attitude. And I'm grateful to be here today. Powerful stuff. So we're just at CERN. Some crazy stuff. So straight back to the UK, and less than 24 hours later, we're straight back to work. Today we're at St John's Place in Salisbury, ready for the Trinity Flow experience, which is a collaboration between myself and 2 amazing practitioners. It's a yin yoga, my full energy design, and then sound reiki as well. So I'll see how much footage I can get for you today. But yeah, come along with me. And as you can tell, the grind does definitely not stop. So this is the venue. Honestly, the camera, I know for a fact, won't do it justice. The scale of it is insane. All the colours and stuff, it's just... Last time I was a bit flustered, there was so much going on So when I was here, I just couldn't really take it all in. But now I've had the break in Geneva, I can really take it in, and yeah, I'm grateful for this. Insane. One thing you can hear, whether it's my voice, my footsteps, your heart beating. So that's it done. The battery on the GoPro is about to die, but that's my week in the life of a wellness founder. Hectic, crazy, and we're back at the Premier Inn, ready to reset and go again.